Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to another video. We are up here in Erie County today, near Spartansburg, getting ready to load up some hemlock here along the street, or gravel road, I guess you would call it. So he's got the machine started up. I'm going to lay down my 4x4s, and then we're going to take this load on back to Chester County, I guess it would be. So I think we're just going to take it back today, unload it in the morning, because we got a load down there to reload. So yeah, I'm gonna get my 4x4s put down on the trailer here. I think it's 11 packs of 12-foot 1x hemlock lumber. So welcome to those of you that are new to the channel, and those of you who are tuning back in, thank you for your support. I appreciate it. Thanks for watching. Enjoy the video. We had a lot of fog coming up over the mountains this morning. It was pretty interesting, coming up 36, and then when we were almost here, coming by 66 there, DOT was there. Looked like they were getting ready to set up shop. He had a chaser, all that fun stuff. So we'll see if they're still there when we head back through. If they are, we might just take 66, because we got a couple tires. This back axle tires are pretty low. We have the tires ordered. They're going on next week, so I don't want to get busted for that, but we'll see if they're still there. We're gonna have 4 packs in the back, 3 in the center, 4 in the front. Should maybe go 3, 4, 4, but I don't think it's gonna be heavy anyway, so that'll get us our weight on our axles. But yeah, these tires, they still have enough of tread, all right, but they're pretty scuffed up in a few spots from, I guess, job sites, like big rocks. All right, just like that, about 20 minutes to load this thing up. Amishman was fast this morning, so that's good. I think we're gonna get nice weather for the ride home. There's a chance of storms again later, but it looks pretty good today, so we might have to wash the old girl off when we get back today, depending if we unload. If we don't unload it, we should be back by about 3 or 4, and you know, we'll have time to give it a good scrubbing. But if it has to be delivered today, then I'll probably just wait till tomorrow night, which is a Friday, to wash. But I'm gonna have to call the customer, make sure tomorrow morning is okay. They do usually let me unload it myself if need be, so I don't think they're gonna care either way, since me unloading myself is always an option here. So yeah, I'm gonna use the restroom here, and then we're gonna get the truck, and we'll see if the DOT officers are still up there at the intersection. If they are, I can see them up ahead by the light, so then I would probably swing a right, just so we don't have to deal with it. All right, I think my tires would pass. There's enough of tread there, but like I said, they're pretty scuffed up, and they're getting changed next week. So all right, let's point this rig east, southeast, I guess, whatever you want to call it. I did have a short run that was added on for tomorrow, so maybe I should unload this today. I don't know. We'll see how the ride back goes, and you know, we'll kind of go from there. Kind of got to take up this whole thank you, ladies. I just asked a guy in a Mack and a flatbed going the other way if DOT's still up here. He said he hasn't seen anything. Said we should have a clean shot all the way to 80, so that's nice. And one thing that I will say that's awesome about this area is, like, on these hilly back road, 2-lane roads, you know, you got a lot of log trucks, lumber trucks, that's about all you see. And it seems like every single one of them has their radio on channel 19. So, you know, I always appreciate that. It's like when you're coming back through like this and down over the hills and you have a question about, you know, hey, is DOT still there? Or, you know, question about traffic or anything, they'll let you know. So, you gotta love that, you know? Came up through this morning, they were just through the light over there by that little market to the right in that dirt lot just up the street here. There was a Super Duty there with an officer standing outside watching me go by, and then he had a chaser beside him. But it don't look like they're there anymore, so maybe they were just getting breakfast, I don't know. To our right is where they were sitting, along those posts there. And he was standing right out front watching me go by, so I think they were looking for somebody, or, you know, looking to pull somebody in. But anyway, that's that. Sounds like we have a clean shot down to 80. on the 80. So we made it down to Interstate 80 safe and sound. And just wanted to check the load, make sure everything is good to go. All the straps seem to be tight. I'm gonna grab the bar out of the toolbox, and put pressure on all of them just to make sure we're nice and tight, but the load seems to be riding nice. All right, everything is looking good. So let's keep right on trucking, and I think we're gonna deliver this load today now, so let's get her done. Gotta love a nice spool rack. He's moving. Got some pigs in there. Wow, he is clipping along. He is moving. Places to be, man. To go down over the mountain, so we got to come to a stop up here before we start back down. Those of you who don't know, you can see the map up ahead to the right there. That gives you a map of the grade and the hill we're dealing with here.
Yeah, I seen that last night. I'm good with that. Go through fucking August there, we'll be alright. Hey. Fucking truck there, the truck ramp's been there all fucking day. There, bud.
like we might have some rain ahead of us. And by the way, I text the guy because I have a load in Oxford that I need to pick up, and this gets delivered in Avondale. So I text the guy that I'm delivering to. I said, hey, is it all right if I do tomorrow morning at 6? And he said, that's good. If he's not there, there'll be a forklift there. So we're gonna wait till tomorrow morning to unload it. The rain. Yes, sir. Whoa. Sponsored by Mighty Products. Thanks to Mighty Products for sending me some new floor mats, fitted floor mats for the 379. These mats will protect your floor from dirt, mud, spills, and things like that when you're on the road. Each one of these mats are precisely shaped to fit the floor of your truck. They have fitted floor mats for various models, and this three-piece set covers the passenger side, driver's side, and the center between the seats. And they're very easy to install. No tools needed. You just put them in place. Like I said, they're fitted to the floor, make and model of your truck. They have these kits for all kinds of different models. So head on over to mightyproducts.com to get yours today. Hey guys, it's the next morning. What are we getting ourselves into here? No, I know where I'm at. I've been in here before already delivering these loads, so I know that I'll be alright in here. It's just a little tight that's all. And we can't turn around in here. It's, like I said, it's tight, but it's doable. And these neighbors here, they got tires set up in the grass so that we don't go in the grass. So it gets a little tight here. I usually swing up in here and I back up a little bit, and it's just enough to make the turn. Like I gotta go on the grass on this side if I don't want to go in their grass, but it works out. Couldn't get a hold of him this morning, so hopefully he's here, or there's a lift here, or you know, something. But I could not get a hold of him. His phone was turned off, I guess, or something, because it wouldn't ring. So I'm gonna stay right here and I'll wait till he calls me back. All right, it has been confirmed that this is the correct place, so we can get all the straps off a while, and I imagine they have a forklift around here somewheres. If I remember correctly, the last time we usually pull up into here and back over there, and there is enough of room usually for that, so got a beautiful sunrise over there. Pretty morning, that's for sure. After the storms last night. Looks like he's getting started on the other side. I'm not necessarily a fan of this lift. I remember it from before. They can barely pick up the packs, so it can be a bit challenging. They got some pretty cool old buildings around here. This place is very, very old, you can tell. But got some nice old stone buildings here. Look at that. Looks like it would have probably been an old dairy barn. I don't know. Don't know. Coming out with a second forklift here. So the other lift just blew a hydraulic line, I believe. At least that's what it sounded like, so now we're back down to one lift. But that's no big deal. It shouldn't take long for him to unload it either way. So I was out back there and I heard a little bit of an explosion, what sounded like a hydraulic hose. So I believe that's what it was. But I think he's fixing it right away too. So either way, one forklift will do too. Still only take, you know, 45 minutes or so. Alright, so I was working on wiping this thing down a little bit. Ended up washing it last night because I got a full day today. And I was afraid I'm not gonna have time when I get home today because I can't be home late tonight. So I was just working on wiping the water spots off of her this morning as I get unloaded here. So yeah, we're looking pretty good. Got all the rain dust off. And wish I could make it to the Buck this weekend, but not gonna make it. Now, if you're seeing this video, Lebanon is this weekend, the Keystone Nationals. So I will be at the Keystone Nationals in Lebanon if all goes well. So if you're seeing this video, the Keystone Nationals would be this weekend. So yeah, didn't make it to the Buck, but you know, you got other plans you got to fulfill sometimes, and a lot of times those are more important than a truck show. So yeah, it is what it is. 3 more packs to go here, guys, and then we got to go get a load of lumber in Oxford, and then we got like 15 loads down there right now, so I got to get one while I'm down here. And then we got to go get the piggyback and trailer, switch trailers, and we got to go to a local load, just Narvon or something. And then we got to load another one, go out to New Freedom, PA. So it's going to be a full Friday, but it'll be fun, I'm sure. Thank you. Never know what you're gonna get into. Oh boy. Not bad though, not bad. We got her figured out. Trying to get by some horses here. What is that guy doing? Seriously? I wasn't sure what that pickup was doing. He scared me. But anyway, we got the lumber loaded down there at the treatment plant, and we're heading back up to New Holland here. I don't want to pass. We got people making a right off of 1 here, so I'm just gonna wait. They're gonna be making a left up here at the next road anyway to go to the produce auction, so we'll just be patient. Just got a little girl up there driving the horses. So we'll just be patient back here. But anyway, we'll take this back up to New Holland. I didn't get footage of me loading because I figured you guys seen that 100 times already, so. Nice turn signal, huh? See her arm sticking out? That's the turn signal. But I already knew where they were going, so it's all good. Are on their company picnic today, and I did not realize that, but they left me know, and they left the forklift out over there, so I'm gonna go drop the forklift, and we'll get all the straps off, get this stuff unloaded, just put it over to the side somewhere, and then they can stack it where they need to. That's that. Got it over there on a stack. On to the next one. Getting her loaded up. So this is going out to New Freedom, just south. It's right down by the Maryland line, just south of Shrewsbury. So sounds like it's just a part load, but they needed the piggyback to get it delivered. So just about a half a load. That's all we got for this one. Here. I packed my own lunch this morning. I realized I don't have a fork or a spoon. So I'm here eating with my fingers. But I do have chicken and rice and green beans. That's what we got on the menu for today. My wife makes some really good orange chicken. Amazing stuff. So One of my favorite meals that she makes is this one right here. Let me just bring the camera over here for a sec. It's that right there. Orange chicken, rice, green beans. So I guess I'll just eat it with my fingers because I'm hungry. I must have looked at it wrong on the map or something, and I thought that I just come in 851 here and turn right. Here I was supposed to turn left and then right back there. Whatever. I hope this is an okay road to take, because when you get off of 83 down here, it is not truck friendly, I'll just say that. So, holding my breath here. Already got some blind corners, and I know there's a creek up here. There's no signs at the end of the street, so I'm assuming we are good. We're just kind of wasting time here, but what do you do, man? Hopefully no car comes here. Oh yeah, not too bad. This is the one I want to take. It looks pretty small. Actually, it's not bad. I thought it looks a little tighter with that stop sign, but I don't think we'll have any issues here. It's gonna get close back there. Oh yeah, no problemo. All right, see what we can find here. Got some nice places back in here. It's beautiful back in here. A lot of woods, nice farmland out the other way. Now there's a creek right here in the woods that runs. The road that I'm going to make a right on runs over that little creek, the way it looks on the map, but I didn't see any bridge signs, so let's see what we can find here. Am I going to make that turn? I am thinking yes. I think I can make that. Alright, let's maneuver this turn. I think we got room. There's a car back there, but he's staying way back, which is very nice of him. Oh, not a problem, man. Look at that, everybody cooperating very nicely. Thank you, sir. Even got a nice wave from it. Look at that. Nice and peaceful. Redoing the barn. Looks like they left the old stone there. Redoing the house. Really nice place. Might be an Amish place, I don't know. Because a lot of Amish are moving to this area. So anyway, there's instructions on the paper where to put it, so let's get it unloaded. I did decide to pull in here because that road was a lot busier than I expected it to be. And I could squeeze by. I figured if I pull in, unload it here, and then I'm just gonna have to back out because there's not much room between the dumpster and the telephone pole there, but we do have enough of room, so I'm glad I could get in here. It's always easier and more comfortable if you can get into the site. So I gotta check these instructions. Again, on the paper it said put them by the stairs for the barn. So where is their stairs? Right there maybe? Let's go around this side. I'm guessing it's over here. Have to see if there's an access point over here because it says stack beside the stairs going up to the barn. See if there's something over here. I'm not seeing any stairs going up anywhere. On the outside here, yeah, I don't see anything, so it must be, I don't know. I might try to give him a call. The contractor is from back home there in Lancaster, so I'm gonna see if I can get a hold of somebody on that number. That way I put it in the correct place, but I'm guessing that they're gonna have a lift here anyway eventually. So we'll see if we can get a hold of them, but what a nice place here. So quiet. Except for the traffic. Like I said, it's kind of a busy road, but must be a main road for people to commute or something. All right, so I did call him, got a hold of him. He wants it outside the big door up there. It's a lot of flooring. Most of the packs are flooring, so they're not going to get a lift in, and that's why it's important to always check. They're not getting a lift in, and they want the flooring right outside the door so they can just pick it up, carry it in by hand. So let's get her done. Everything stacked up just like that. The owner actually came and told me to set it a little more to the side, so got that figured out, and we are ready to head on out of here. All right, the owner is out there. He's gonna stop traffic for me so I can get out of here. He was telling me how this is where he's gonna retire. They're gonna use the house over there as a bed and breakfast. So, pretty cool. Sounds like a dream come true. Beautiful place here, but like I said, there's a lot of traffic on this road. But still quiet down in this area. But anyway, let's get on back. Call it a week. Come to Lancaster County, get yourself a boring 5 miles an hour buggy ride. Oh no, you know, you get to see some nice scenery and stuff, but it looks a little boring to me. Oh well. I don't know how much it costs. It's probably not cheap either. guys, well, we made it back. Working on a little bit of just wiping down here to end the week. So, yeah, thanks again for watching, guys. I appreciate it. Next week is going to be a load of precast to Virginia Beach, and then we're bringing lumber back. So, be sure to tune in for that. Thanks for watching, guys. See you on the next one.